So many of us are looking for permission slips. We're looking for someone to give us permission to feel the way that we feel, to think the way that we think, to be the way that we want to be. But who are we looking to for this permission, and how can we give it to ourselves? Watch this video. So many of us are looking out there for permission to own something in here. Think about it. How many times a day do you have a thought or an idea or a dream or a vision, and there's some part of you that is still 1 foot in and 1 foot out? Your action steps and your thoughts and beliefs are not fully in alignment with getting that vision met, with believing that that vision can be met, will be met, deserves to be met. We are constantly looking for someone else to tell us that this is realistic, that this is doable, that this is believable, that this is something you're worthy of. So I want each and every one of you to take one thing in your life that you are really wanting, that you are really seeing, that you are really desiring, and then think about why that hasn't come forth. Think about what's in the way. Think about why you can't fully believe in it. Think about why you can't truly own it, whether it be a perception, a belief about yourself, a vision that you have with someone else, a desire for a career that's not yet out there in the world. What is the one thing standing in your way, and why isn't it there yet? Why aren't you fully on board? I'm going to bet almost 100% you're looking for permission. You're looking for permission, some kind of sign, some kind of condition, some kind of situation, some kind of external authority or mentor or guru or teacher or partner or something to tell you, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, you should own that. Yeah, you're worthy. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, I can see that too. But guess what? Sometimes, no matter how much permission we think we need from outside, we still haven't given ourselves the permission to receive the guidance, to allow the gift, to own the truth that this is our mission. This is why we have this desire, because it's meant to be delivered. It's meant to be realized. All desires are dreams that haven't yet had action steps behind them or manifestation. But the key to this manifestation is permission, self-permission. When we give ourselves the permission to fully stand in, what's with this lighting? To fully stand in the thing that we desire without needing any condition to be different, without needing any other person to give us permission, without any other authority other than the one within ourselves. When we give ourselves that permission, miracles occur. I'm going to tell you a story. I am a former self-sabotager. My biggest pattern in life that I had to break before I was able to stand in this work was self-sabotage. And the reason that I was self-sabotaging was because there was always a part of me that had a fear that maybe I'm not good. Because I had this belief that good things happened if you were good and bad things happened if you were bad. And there are many other layers to this story. But it's something for everyone, whether you're not good enough or you're unworthy, whatever, right? It's something for everyone. For me, it was goodness. I grew up thinking that maybe I was bad. because I wasn't able to please everyone all the time, because I wasn't able to align with everyone around me. But what I did have, this gift I did have, was self-alignment. I was aligning with myself. I was aware of my own desires. I was aware of my own way of thinking and doing things. But that wasn't getting me approved of by those around me that wanted me to do it their way. So I built this belief inside that if I'm aligned with me, I'm not going to be loved by others. So there was this fracture. There was this fracture of, I'm good, but if they don't think I'm good, maybe I'm not good. So I need permission so that I know that I'm good. I need permission through external experiences and conditions and approval to know that I'm on track, which is interesting because most of the time when I was on track with the externals, I felt totally separated from self. So there was a lot of healing with that, but the fear that would always stand in my way was this almost constant, when good things would happen, a constant search for evidence that the fear was actually real. Search for evidence that the goodness might not be totally true. And when I stopped this self-sabotage pattern was when I had sabotaged myself so many times that it got to the point that I realized the only person that's ever rejecting me is myself. Anytime I would see any evidence of anything looking scary, it might mean that I'm not as good as I think I am or that I'm not good, I would take myself out of my own life. I would vacate my own body. I would feel this emptiness because I would abandon myself if others didn't think that I was good, if others didn't like what I was doing, if circumstance didn't seem to be favorable. I would abandon myself, and then I would abandon the dream that I had so that nobody else could abandon it first, because if they did, it might just confirm that I'm not good, and I can't have that. So I'll just take myself out to be safe. And what I learned by doing that so many times is the only unsafety was my own abandonment of self. And when I learned to stay within myself and give myself permission to own myself regardless of others, regardless of circumstance, regardless of conditions, regardless of permission, my dreams started realizing themselves to a level I couldn't even have imagined. Oh my God, that made me emotional because it's so true. The moment I stayed in myself, regardless of the fear, and I allowed myself to have action steps in alignment with my desires, in alignment with what I truly wanted, I got to see it. I truly believed it before I saw it. And then it was manifested. And this year especially has been an incredible year of manifestation where everything that I said I wanted, I would go into. I would stop fearing and I would just stay in myself, not abandoning myself for the permission of others, not abandoning myself for some condition that gave me permission, but giving myself that permission anyway. When we can do this for ourselves unconditionally, we can have every dream that we imagine because we get our own power behind ourselves. We literally start fighting for ourselves. We start standing in ourselves and we start completely owning ourselves and realizing that all the permission or things we thought we ever needed are right here. It's about allowing ourselves to have that, allowing ourselves to stay in that, and allowing ourselves to be all the power that we truly are. So you guys, this is all about permission. I encourage you guys to give yourself permission this week for that one thing that you really want without needing anything outside of yourself to confirm it, validate it, or be a permission for it. I love you guys. Please subscribe and share if you feel like it, and I'll see you next week. Namaste.